gotta focus on yourself, on your faith, on your dreams, on your mind, on your health, yeah. You gotta work, never tell, keep your head down, find what you love and excel, yeah. Push and pull and repel.
Honor Win launched just a few days ago, and since I had a really positive experience with its previous name, the GT Pro, I was curious to see how things turned out after the rebrand to Win. A quick shout out to my tech partner from China for sharing this video. A big thank you for making this possible. Hey everyone, it's Maiky from techmaiky. If you love staying updated with the latest gadgets, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our exciting tech content. Let's start with what's in the box. The included case is transparent and the overall finish is decent, but at the end of the day, it's still a clear case. If your palms tend to sweat, it can start feeling a bit sticky after some use. The charger, though, is no joke. You get a 100-watt wired fast charger, plus support for 80-watt wireless charging, so topping up the battery is seriously fast. And speaking of the battery, this is where things get wild. A massive 10,000 milliamp hour battery is built in, which honestly sounds outrageous. If you're not a heavy gamer, I can easily see this phone lasting 2 to 3 days on a single charge. Now let's move on to the design. 3, 2, 1. Does this look familiar? Yes, it strongly reminds me of the Redmi K70, but the build quality here is noticeably better than what photos or videos online might suggest. This time, Honor has gone with a metal frame, which instantly makes the phone feel more solid. Honor has also been pushing this smart button across its lineup, and overall, they've done a pretty good job with it. The button does have a slight looseness, but it still feels crisp and clean when pressed. The metal frame has fairly rounded corners, so it doesn't dig into your hand or feel uncomfortable to hold, which I think is totally acceptable. Around the back, the camera module uses a metal base that sticks out slightly, topped with a glass cover and finished off with a red Win logo. So what do you think about this design? I've got the OnePlus 15 and the iQOO 15 here as well. So between these three, which one do you think looks the best? By now, the phone should already be powered on. This generation of the Win continues to use ultrasonic fingerprint recognition, just like the old GT Pro. My first impression of the display is actually very positive. To me, it looks better than the Honor Magic 8 series. The text doesn't have that overly sharp, edgy look, which I personally prefer, and the colors aren't pushed too hard either. Just those two things alone already left me with a great first impression. Another big highlight here is the display specs. You're getting a 1.5K screen with a maximum refresh rate of 185 Hz. When OnePlus introduced 165 Hz, a lot of people criticized it, but I've always felt that higher refresh rates are simply better. Even if you don't use them all the time, the difference is obvious when you do. Take the standard iPhone 16 as an example. It's stuck at 60 Hz, and even though many games like Honor of Kings already support 120 Hz, hardware limitations prevent that from being enabled, which leads to a noticeably worse experience. With OnePlus pushing 165 Hz and Honor going all the way to 185 Hz, both brands are setting new benchmarks. Processors are getting more powerful every year, and display technology will eventually catch up. Even if we mostly stick to 120 Hz in daily use, having the option for 144 Hz, 165 Hz, or even higher in certain games is a great step forward. That's why I fully support what OnePlus and Honor are doing here. This is how tech moves ahead. Someone has to lead the way, and over time, it becomes the norm. When you line these phones up, at first glance, they all look pretty similar. Comparing the iQOO 15, the bezels are almost the same, with no huge differences. The chin on the Honor phone is slightly thinner than on the iQOO 15, but the biggest contrast comes from the OnePlus 15. Put them side by side and the difference is immediately obvious. It's easily the most extreme of the three. In terms of overall configuration, the Honor Win is very well rounded. It comes with IP68 and IP69 water resistance, a metal frame, NFC, infrared, and ultrasonic fingerprint recognition, all covered without compromise. It also includes a 3x telephoto camera. How does that compare to the front and rear telephoto setups on the other two phones? We'll dive into camera testing later, especially since all three devices are priced similarly and target the gaming phone segment. That said, the Honor phone does have one extra trick up its sleeve, a built-in cooling fan to help keep the processor in check. It runs the same Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 chip as the other two, and it also uses 1216 dual-channel speakers. Honor's external speakers have always been well regarded, so we'll wrap up the video with an audio test to see how they perform. As for the vibration motor, it's honestly pretty average. The looseness is quite noticeable, maybe even on the level of the iQOO 809 motor. It's clearly a step below the other two phones, especially the iQOO 15, which feels 2 or 3 levels ahead. The 0916 motor is excellent, and the OnePlus 0816 is also quite solid, comfortably sitting in the second tier. When it comes to the Honor Win, I'd honestly say the vibration motor sits at an entry-level standard, so it's best to keep your expectations in check there. As for weight, the difference between these phones is barely noticeable. They all hover around the 220-gram mark, which feels reasonable when you consider how huge smartphone batteries have become. One thing to note is that the Honor Win sticks with USB 2.0, while the other two phones offer USB 3.0. And with that, we wrap up this quick unboxing of the Honor Win. Let's start by checking out the ultra-wide-angle shots. All 3 cameras cover a similar field of view, but Honor tends to make the white car look a bit blue. That said, it does the best job with light color reproduction. When it comes to fine detail, the OnePlus 15 has a slight edge. Honor still delivers the most natural-looking scenes overall, while the OnePlus 15 makes the image appear noticeably darker. The iQOO 15 sits somewhere in the middle. Once again, Honor shows the strongest balance of detail and color accuracy. Moving over to the main camera, Honor continues to render the car with a slightly bluish tone. Detail levels are very close across all 3, but Honor still handles warm lighting the best. In this particular scene, its color reproduction stands out again, while differences in detail remain minimal. Honor also manages the red sign more accurately. The OnePlus 15 does a decent job here, but the iQOO 15 makes the red look a bit soft and less defined. Next is the telephoto minimum focusing distance. The iQOO 15 needs to be positioned much farther away, while Honor and OnePlus are quite similar in this regard. Honor once again nails the colors, although its detail falls a bit behind both iQOO and OnePlus. When shooting the red sign, Honor and OnePlus both perform well, with iQOO still lagging slightly. I also snapped a photo of my cat to judge color accuracy. In terms of true-to-life colors, Honor is still the most accurate, but its detail isn't as strong as what you get from iQOO and OnePlus. The sharpening feels a little aggressive. When shooting selfies at 10x zoom, Honor clearly can't match the detail from the periscope telephoto lenses on iQOO and OnePlus. Color-wise, Honor still looks better, but detail is definitely where the periscope lenses pull ahead. The same pattern shows up in this next set of photos. That said, at 3x zoom, Honor's performance is actually pretty solid. Once you start shooting from farther distances though, it does fall behind. Let's quickly talk about portraits. This generation of Honor has stopped overdoing contrast, which is a good thing. Overall, there isn't a huge difference between the 3 phones here. The same applies to front-facing portraits. In this lighting environment, all 3 phones automatically use the screen as a fill light, so the results are perfectly acceptable. Hey everyone, right now I'm comparing 4K 60fps video from the main cameras on Honor and OnePlus. The lighting conditions aren't too dark at the moment, so pay attention to the stabilization. From the clarity comparison, you can see that OnePlus supports 4K 60fps, while Honor doesn't. On top of that, Honor's ultra-wide camera is limited to 1080p at 30fps. With all this shaking, the difference becomes very obvious. Now let's move on to gaming performance. All 3 phones were tested in Starry Sky Railway at around 23 degrees Celsius, using the highest graphics settings at 60 frames per second for a full 30 minutes. I manually set Honor's fan to its maximum speed. During actual gameplay, the experience felt very similar across all 3 devices. However, when you look at the frame rate charts, OnePlus and Honor come out slightly ahead, while the iQOO shows more noticeable fluctuations. The downside of OnePlus's stronger performance is higher body temperature. Honor delivers similar performance but stays cooler, thanks to its more effective fan cooling. Overall, Honor's peripheral setup is very similar to the previous GT Pro, keeping the 3S zoom lens and fairly mature image processing. However, compared to the periscope telephoto lenses on the other two phones, its only real advantage is better color reproduction. The main camera colors are close across all three, but the ultra-wide camera on this Honor is actually worse than the previous GT Pro and also trails behind both iQOO and OnePlus, mainly because it doesn't support 4K 60 FPS video. Add to that the continued use of USB 2.0, and it does feel a bit behind the competition in some areas. Thankfully, features like ultrasonic fingerprint recognition, a metal frame, and full dust and water resistance are still here. So overall, compared to OnePlus, the iQOO lineup offers a more complete configuration with solid gaming performance as well. Honor's biggest strengths remain its massive battery and built-in fan. If you're someone who plays demanding games for long periods, the Honor will stay cooler, feel better in the hand, and deliver a more comfortable experience. In simple terms, Honor leans harder into gaming than both OnePlus and iQOO. As for pricing, the base version of the Honor Win starts at 3,999 yuan in China, which roughly translates to about 424 pounds in the UK and around $572 in the US. And that brings us to the end of today's video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.